Yeah, I am. I mean, I was shocked by it, frankly. When I hear over the years, I mean, I've lived here my whole life too, so I've been here 48 years, and I have seen. I've always thought of things like nepotism, and we have problems with nepotism, for instance. I mean, that's a problem that has to be faced and addressed. And I know we have policies. I'm not always sure they get implemented. Maybe we don't have strong enough policies. But I was absolutely shocked at the depth of this and at the dishonesty and the pleas that were entered. When I had heard that Judge Chivarella was a tough judge when it came to juveniles. I didn't find out till it was in the paper as to how out of whack we were compared to the rest of the state as to the number of kids that were unrepresented, which was totally shocking to me. The juvenile system is an important system. It's an opportunity to turn kids around before they get into the adult system, which is a great opportunity, and it may be the last opportunity you have before they get into a much more serious playing field. They get up with us in the harder prisons. The fact that someone would compromise such an important spot for profit is outrageous, and has hurt us in ways that I don't think we've even comprehended yet in terms of public trust. We're going to need to rebuild that, and we'll start by hopefully putting 2 good judges on the bench this round, but that's not going to be an overnight cure. It's going to take a long time to restore public trust in the system, and it trickles down. It's not just the judiciary. It then trickles down to the magistrate level, and suddenly people lose their faith in magistrates at that level, and then it trickles out into wider fields. And that's when you're right. I mean, when I say typical Luzerne County, we do love the place and we do love to raise our family, but people say that because that's that perception. But I think that the fact that this has happened, and the fact that they've been caught, and because they are such high-profile, powerful people, or were, that it's a big net that will hopefully, over time, and I think it's going to take time, flush out a lot of this, and there'll be a lot more transparency and a lot more openness. And so in years to come, people will pay attention to policy. People will ask the questions. I mean, having not been through a judicial campaign before, I don't know how hard people were about asking questions, but I can tell you they ask them now. I mean, they ask them everywhere. They ask them in the outlying areas. You would think people that would have very little interest in this have tremendous interest in it. So, it's I'm shocked by it. I bet everybody in the room is shocked by it. I mean, you're all in the media, and you probably knew more than I. But it's outrageous to see how someone can become so bad if they were ever good. I just don't know how you change. If you were that way, what was it? Was it greed or what? I mean, I just don't understand that.